as modern crusaders, like we're trying to, lead by example. We're focused on our self-improvement, and a big part of that self-improvement is obviously being strong, being rich, being Christ-pilled, of course, and going in your face, but being strong, being rich, and also learning how to fight. These are the things that we're not taught to push for as Christians, but these are the things that I'm pushing this as modern crusaders. We're pushing this right now. Let's get strong, let's get rich, let's be Christ-pilled, and let's learn how to fight, because how are we going to defend other people if we can't fight? How are people going to take us seriously as Christians if we're weak and fragile? How are we going to provide for our family and go live in the countryside and raise 7 kids and homeschool them and make sure that our sons are like the next generation of modern crusaders and they're strong and they're warriors? How are we going to feed them grass-fed steaks? And how are we going to reclaim market share from the Satanists and the Freemasons? How are we going to do all that without money? So we need money as well, of course. You could live this super wholesome life where you give up money and possessions and you just live, you just pray and you just be a good man and you're just nice to everyone, which would be great, and you would go to heaven and you've lived a good life. But I think you could have more of an impact in the world by focusing on these things that I'm going to talk about in this video. Now, this video, again, it's not for soft men. It's not for flimsy men. It's not for people that think it's okay to just be weak and read your Bible. This is for the badasses that actually want to change the world. This is for the badasses where you want to have a family. You want to have your family and you don't want them being spoon-fed crickets and soy milk. It's like you want to have a family. You want to you want your wife to be a nice, virtuous woman. You want your sons to be able to marry a virtuous woman, and you want your daughters to be able to marry a masculine man. It's like if you want the world to be less broken, and you're a Christian, you've got strong values, and you're ambitious, then this video is for you, bro. And my cult is for you as well. If you don't fall into that category, then okay, go find someone else. Go watch a different YouTuber like James Charles or something. But this is for my Catholic brothers that are ambitious. You want to make an impact on the world. You want to have a strong family, a good family, and you want to live a good life. Okay, so let's get into it. So, be strong, be rich, and learn to fight at the same time. So, how to bulk, get rich, and fight at the same time? Because all of these things, of course, it's going to take a time commitment, and sometimes people struggle to balance things, and I'm a really good person to talk about this, because if you don't know, I won my first boxing title last December. I'm not just some stiff boxer either. I also went to Thailand to learn the art of 8 limbs. Wow. I went to Thailand to learn that art of 8 limbs. I've been a kickboxer for many, many years. I'm a ninja, bro. I've got kicks. I'll kick you up. I can fight. I've taken the time as well as someone with a very, very fast metabolism, as someone that I had to eat so much, a ridiculous amount of food to put on weight. I've also managed to bulk. I could definitely be bigger, but I've got a decent physique now. I've managed to bulk, and I've also managed to make money all at the same time. Bulk, fight, and get rich all at the same time. So I'm a good person to talk to about this, boys. Now, of course, first of all, before we get into this video, there is something that you are going to need to know. In order to make all of these things happen, then you are going to need... You're going to need to change a few things about your mindset. And I'm going to lightly say change a few things. What I really mean is you're going to need to adopt a mental disorder. And I've made a video about this. But the mindset that it takes in order to succeed at all of these areas simultaneously and really truly become a high value man, 99% of people can't do this. And if you want to go above and beyond 99% of people, then of course, we're talking about top 1% type shit. If you want to be in the top 1%, you've got to be a little bit different. You've got to be a little bit tapped in the head to get to the top 1%. But that's perfect, because that's what we want to do as modern crusaders. Perfect. We're here to get tapped in the head. Cool. You're going to need a little bit of a mental disorder, and it's called the savage mentality. There's a really good guy that I recommend reading about this it's a book called Can't Hurt Me by the man himself, David G. Go read Can't Hurt Me. Go get your PhD in savage mentality, and then we're good to go. So basically, it's going to be hard work. Everything I'm going to tell you is going to be a grind. It's going to be hard work. It's going to take consistent effort on a long time frame. But as long as you do not yield, modern crusaders do not yield. As long as you do not yield on a long enough time frame, it's unreasonable that you are not successful at this. So let's push it, boys. Let's push it. Pray to the Holy Spirit to empower you to help you on this journey. Let's get into this, boys. Let's get into this. So, first of all, let's talk about let's talk about making money, because once you start making money, then it makes things a little bit easier, because you can sort of, you've got more freedom there, and freedom is never like it's always nice to have some freedom, right? Because right now you might be working at a traditional job, and it's going to be hard to manage everything around the traditional job. But once you can put that to the side and you can focus like on this, it's going to it's going to open up time for you, so that you've got more time to focus on the fighting, and you can go to Thailand if you want to and stuff like that. So when it comes to making money, there is an insane opportunity in the market right now, and it's called high ticket sales. High ticket sales, just honestly, the opportunity is mad. And of course, you know what sales is. You of course know what sales is. Sales has always been the king. If you speak to your dad or your granddad, like everyone knows, even these older generations, they know that sales has always been the king. Because sales is the most valuable skill in the world. As long as you know how to sell, you're never going to struggle to make money in the rest of your life. Like, that's it. It's a skill that nobody can take away from you. Satan can't take this from you, bro. You know, the Matrix, they can hit you and they can take away a lot of your shit, but they can't take away your skills. They will never take away your ability to sell. Satan can't touch that, okay? Once you learn to sell, you're never going to struggle to make money. That's it. If you can sell, you're good. And what high ticket sales is, it's basically taking these skills and leveraging that in the online space in order to make money remotely. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can make money. Like, it's not like a traditional like side hustle or make money online thing that you hear about. It's literally just sales. It's in such high demand right now that I literally have business owners messaging me every single day that are looking to hire sales reps. Now, me personally, I specialize in a field called appointment setting. I'm going to talk about this. But I literally have met business owners, like big business owners, wanting to make partnerships with me or something every single day, that want to hire appointment setters every day. Like, I'm talking like big companies as well. Like, you'll know a lot of people, like the people that are in my DMs asking me for appointment setters, you'll know all of these people. Last year, I set up 2 appointment setters for E-Man, for example. E-Man wasn't in my DMs, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, last year I set up 2 for his company. Appointment setting, what that is basically like if you go and message, if you messaged E-Man's Instagram right now and you wanted to join his company Educate, like, do you think E-Man's going to reply to you on his 1 million follower Instagram account? No, he isn't. All of these like big online coaches or agency owners or consultants or whatever it is, whatever their high ticket offer is, like all of these guys, do you think they have time to manage their own DMs all day, replying to messages? Absolutely fucking not. Of course not. They're busy, they're business owners, they've got other things to focus on. So what do? They hire trained specialist appointment setters to do it for them. Voila. Whether it's cold calling, whether it's SMS outreach, whether it's inbound SMS, whether it's inbound IG, outbound IG, like whatever it is, there's so much potential for appointment setters to make money in the market right now. And it's not just appointment setting as well. High ticket closing, triaging, both very good opportunities. I've got a triager inside of Alpha Setters that is doing 2K a week as a part-time triager. A triager is the middle step between appointment setting and closing. The appointment setter books them in with a triager, and then the triager has a quick call with them to book them in with the closer, and then the closer takes the final call to collect the cash and make the sale. Appointment setting, triaging, and closing, massive opportunity right now in high ticket sales. And in order to get into this, so first of all, I want you to go away and I want you to start doing research on the skill of sales. Watch YouTube videos, buy courses, buy books. Do what you gotta do. Go out there and get really, really good at the ability of sales. I've made other videos that is gonna go in a lot more detail into this. Average people in like the high ticket sales space, I'd say they're earning around 5K ish per month. Like, there's obviously people that don't make anything because they're princesses and they're shit, and then there's people that are they're just superstars and they're making 20K, 30K, 40K a month. So high ticket sales is like, the more you put into this, the more you're going to get out. It's not going to get rich quick, but it is an insane opportunity in the market right now. And it's still 2024. It's in super high demand. Again, I get messages all the time from business owners that are looking to hire high ticket sales reps. So how to get into this? Go away, start learning. Learn like a crackhead, bro. So just literally start learning. Get so good that it'd be unreasonable for a company not to hire you, is what I would say. And whilst you're learning, I want you to start optimizing your Instagram. I want you to start optimizing your social medias. And I want you to start networking. I want you to start networking with people, okay? I want you to start networking. And I want you to start reaching out to business owners offering your services. Now, if you do this every single day, at the beginning, you've got no experience. If you've not bought like a professional training or anything like that, you're going to have zero credibility. But as long as you stick at it, every single day, you keep on pushing, eventually you're going to get something. And then you can build from there. Now you're starting to get social proof. Now you're going to start to stack commissions. And now you can start to look for better opportunities, etc. But that's what I want you to do. The best way to start making money right now in the market, I truly believe appointment setting or closing is going to be your best bet to get there. High ticket sales. So that's what I'm going to tell you to do. And once you are making like comfortably, more than you'd be making in your regular job, then that gives you the opportunity to finally stray away from the regular job and go all in on high ticket sales. Once you're all in on high ticket sales, now what have you got? You've got your time back, brother. You've got your time back. Now you can really start to focus on getting big and learning to fight. But make no mistake, I'm not telling you to completely prioritize high ticket sales and completely reject fitness and fighting until you've already made money in high ticket sales. I don't agree with that at all. Because I think at the end of the day, making money is one area, but these are all very important. These are all almost equally important things. So even whilst you are grinding on the high ticket sales grinding, you're trying to make money, I still want you going to the gym and I still want you fighting. How do we focus on getting big and fighting at the same time? Because if you're anything like me, it's very hard for me to put on weight. And when you're training martial arts, you burn a ridiculous amount of calories, like literally like a ridiculous amount of calories. So it can be difficult. It can be difficult to put on weight and learn to fight at the same time. And I've been there. So let's break it down. How I broke it up when I wanted to bulk and I learned to fight is I broke it down into I would train combat sports 3 times a week and I would go to the gym 4 times a week. Oh, you're training every day, bro, but you need a rest day. No, nigga, you need a rest day. I don't. I'm built different. This is what I mean, boys, when it comes to the savage mentality, is you need to be willing to do what other people are not willing to do. So what I would do is I'd go combat sports training 3 times a week and I would do gym 4 times a week. So after work or whatever, whenever that is for you, whenever you've got time, do it around your schedule. Whenever you've got time, every day you're training. You're either learning combat sports or you're doing martial arts. Now, unfortunately, because you're doing both of these things and combat sports is a lot of cardio, you're going to be burning a lot of calories and you want to bulk, you're going to need to eat a hell of a lot of calories. I typically would eat around 4,000 calories a day. Even to this point, I still probably eat about 3.5k calories a day now. And like, this is not me bulking. This is just me maintaining, I guess. I eat a lot of calories. And when I was bulking, I was doing a good, 4k calories a day. I was eating a lot. But that's what's got to be done. So diet-wise, I'm very much into this animal-based diet. This animal-based diet where I eat like mainly just fatty red meat. Animal fats and red meat is like the most OP foods there is. It's the most bioavailable nutrients. This is how we thrive as humans. It's going to help you increase your testosterone. It's going to help you build lean muscle. So this is how to bulk. Like your diet is literally a cheat code for building muscle. I think that's important, the animal-based diet where you eat loads and loads of red meat. And I say specifically red meat because red meat is the most bioavailable nutrients for humans. Eat loads of red meat. And then also because you're training so much as well, you're going to want carbs as well. Some people just do carnivore, that's fine, but I don't like doing carnivore. I like putting some carbs back into my diet. But the carbs that I eat so that I don't get brain fog and I don't get sluggish and turn slow is I'll eat fruits and honey. The Paul Saladino diet. Paul Saladino diet, I'll eat loads of meat, loads of fruit, and loads of honey. And then if I need more calories, then there's 2 extra carbohydrate sources that I'll add into the diet. But unfortunately, these are not as clean as the fruit and honey. You'll probably get a little bit of brain fog after eating these things, and that is sweet potatoes and white rice. I think these are the best sources of carbs that you can get outside of fruit and honey. White rice and sweet potatoes. That's if I need more calories, and then I'll put loads of if I have sweet potatoes, I'll put loads of olive oil on there or something. Loads of olive oil, loads of salt. I salt everything. This is biblical, by the way, boys. Literally salt every meal. It's literally biblical. The Bible knows best. And that's my diet. That's my diet. That's gonna keep me. That's gonna keep me sharp. That's gonna keep my brain sharp. It's gonna keep me energized because I'm getting the carbs in there as well, and it's gonna help me build my muscles because I'm getting all of this protein from all of this red meat, and I'm also getting so many nutrients because it's fatty meat. I'll always go for the most fatty meat possible. It's like I eat most of my meals are just pure beef mince. If you're doing this, if you're following this protocol, you're gonna run out of time. Like there's not that many hours in a day. Save your time cooking. Just get mince, put it in a pan. It takes less than 5 minutes to cook. Boom, you've got a meal of mince and butter and salt and honey and maybe 2 bananas at the end. Boom, you've got a meal. I'll always get like the highest fat percentage beef mince that I can, like 12%, 15%. I think you might even be able to go up to like 20%. But whatever the highest fat percentage I can find, I'll buy that one. It's because the nutrients are stored in the fat. That's where the nutrients are. And as humans, all these gay little gym bros, they talk about macros, protein, carbohydrates, fats, but they don't talk about the micronutrients that we need as human beings. So get high fatty meat. That's your diet. That's going to keep you energized. That's going to keep you fueled. Eat a lot of fat as well. Fat is good. Eat a lot of fat, and there you go. There's your diet. And then you're going to be training combat sports and gym outside of your working hours or whatever. So combat sports, that's up to you. That's completely up to you. I've done kickboxing, I've done boxing, and I've been to Thailand to train Muay Thai. I would love to get into wrestling, I think, one day, or BJJ. But that's what I've done. That's what I did. Choose whatever one you like the sound of. Whatever one sounds cool to you, it doesn't really matter. Like, just choose the one that resonates with you the most, or whatever one's easiest for you, maybe. Like, what's the closest combat sports gym to your house, maybe? Or what combat sports that has like a really, really good gym in your area? Go to that one. Do whatever you want combat sports wise, but make sure you keep showing up 3 times a week and make sure that you're doing sparring. If you're doing grappling, then you're sparring. I think it's called rolling. Also, I think it's called rolling. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe like tumbling or roll. I think it's rolling. Make sure to do that. If you're doing jiu-jitsu, make sure to do the rolling, we're going to call it. Or if you're boxing, make sure to do the sparring and kickboxing and Muay Thai. Like, make sure you're actually practicing against other people. Because it's all fun and games learning the techniques, but if you can't actually apply that when the pressure is on and you're getting hit back, then what's the point? How are you going to defend someone if you know the techniques, but you can't do the techniques whilst you're getting punched? In a street fight, you're getting punched back. So this is something that you're going to need to know. When it comes to going to the gym, in order to actually optimize building your muscles and bulking, what I would recommend doing if you're not on steroids, then the split that I used to do was literally just upper body, lower body. Now, people like push-pull legs, but I think it's good to train at least every muscle group, like try and train it twice per week is what I would say. If you're not on steroids, then I think that's something good to aim for. And if you're doing push-pull legs, then like you're not training every muscle group twice a week. Unless, you're not training every muscle group twice a week if you're doing that. So what I liked to do is I'd literally just do upper body, lower body, and that was my split. I'd focus on compound movements just to get like the most efficiency out of my workouts. And that's what I did, and that's all I did in order to build quite a decent physique. You know, the boxing training or the combat sports, that's going to keep you fit, going to keep you lean. That's your cardio. You're going to burn so many calories, and you're using your muscles when you're doing these things. I've got like a really, really good back. My back is probably the best part of my build is like my back is really good, and I don't really train back at the gym. Like I do pull-ups and that's it, and it's always been like that for the last 3 years. The only back exercise I've done pretty much is just pull-ups, but I think I've developed a really good back just from boxing, literally just from boxing. So by training combat sports, as long as you're eating your calories, then you're going to be building muscles while you're doing that as well. And then when you train upper body, lower body, you do this 4 workouts a week, focus on compound movements, focus on progressive overload. You need to have the intention. You need to try to push yourself and keep getting stronger. As long as you do this, then you're going to build a great physique. You're going to become an absolute weapon. You're going to learn to fight. And then you're working on yourselves as well. the combat sports and the strength training is going to sharpen your mind, which is then going to translate into your high ticket sales, and it's going to help you get results so much faster. If you do all of these things, then it makes it unreasonable for you not to win. But again, it's all about doing what 99% of people are not willing to do on a long enough time frame so that you are able to go out there and get results. Again, pray to the Holy Spirit, pray to the Trinity, pray to God to help you along this journey. Join Modern Crusaders as well so that I can help you and the boys can help you as well. Subscribe for my content, to keep tuning in, to keep getting this message, keep getting these reminders, keep getting this inspiration. Go out there and read that book that I told you to read. David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Go get your PhD in the savage mentality, because when you've got this mental disability called the savage mentality, when you've got this mental disorder, it makes it unreasonable for you not to win at life, because you can go out there and you can do anything that you want. I don't like the message that Christians should be weak. I don't like seeing Christians as flimsy, fragile men. I don't like seeing Christians that are like ridiculously obese, Christians that don't take care of their health, or any of these things, because that doesn't represent my religion. I look after the temple that God has given me, and I want to do my best to become the best version of myself possible. I want to be able to protect for the people around me, protect and provide for my future kids and my family. I want to be able to provide for my future wife, so I need money in order to do that. I want to be able to make a positive impact on the world. So I think all of these things are important for us as Christian men, and I won't let anyone tell me otherwise. And if you think otherwise, then you're welcome to leave my channel alone. I don't know why you're still watching this video, to be honest, but you're not part of my cult. The people in my cult, we have these values. We wanna have a beautiful family. We want to be able to protect and provide for our kids and the people around us. And that's why we do this shit. That's why we do this. We're not greedy. We're not here just because we want a load of money to buy nice watches and gold and jewelry and nice clothes and nice cars and stuff. That's not why we do this at all. That's not it. We don't want to get strong so that we can intimidate people and we can go around and be bullies. That's not it. That's not it at all. We're Christ-pilled to the core. If you're Christ-pilled to the core, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. So yeah, any questions, just shoot me a DM on Instagram, boys. More than happy to help with any of this stuff. Join my self-improvement group. First link in the description, Modern Crusaders. As always, boys, keep grinding.